Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Power Principles. I am your host, Dr. Jeff Williams, and I am so glad you are tuning into this broadcast. Now, of course, you can catch me on my Facebook pages, LinkedIn, Twitter, as well as YouTube channels. And so I hope you'll do all of that and more, as well as following me on those particular social media platforms. Well, good evening to you and welcome to the third installment of Power Principles. This is a series that I'm doing. Series one deals with success and failure. And we're going to go through this. There'll be 10 principles that I'm going to share in this series alone. But tonight, it is Power Principle number 3. And so as you're coming on tonight, I want you to greet one another by saying, hey. Just type in the word hey, H-E-Y. I think that's how you spell hey in terms of communicating to people. Would you do that for me? So good to see you on tonight. I'm absolutely thrilled and honored that you would join me. And listen, while you're doing that, go on record as sharing this clip, right? Just hit your share button. Let people know that you're on. Let people know that this principle has been valuable or is going to be valuable to their life as well as yours. So thank you for being on tonight. Glory. I'm so glad you're on tonight. I couldn't wait to get plugged in tonight. Could not wait because these power principles are the things that will empower you and change your life. Changing your life. No question about it in my mind. These are life-changing principles. Actually, to ignore them, as I found in my own life, to ignore them, I do so at my own detriment. And so tonight will be a night in which you and I can discover one more power principle. Come on down. Hey, also, if you haven't already, I want you to sign up for the all mailing list. The all mailing list. You see that on your screen there. bit.ly/the all mailing list. Now it's all lowercase. It's critical. Otherwise, you will not get it if you don't put in all lowercase. Okay, so I need you to do that. All right. Come on in. Mr. Charles McElrath, good to have you on tonight, sir. One of my heroes and role models in high school, a brilliant man, and most certainly one of the great inspiring voices in the lives of many people, especially those of us back in the day. And so, Chuck, good to have you on tonight, sir. The Reverend Raymond Mills is on. Pamela, good to have you on. These are a few of the names that I'm seeing. I'm not seeing all the names, but come on in, folks. Now, these power principles, once I get started, will only last like 10 minutes, right? And so they're designed to give you a nugget of thought, something to think about, something to meditate on, and to consider as you move forward in your journey. But I have found that many times we are living well below our privilege, not because of societal issues and cultural issues and past issues, although those can impact a person's life and do impact a person's life. The real issue why we don't move forward has to do with our thought life. And so power principles are designed to change the way we think about our lives, about other things as well. And so come on in, everybody. I see Mother Francine is in. Good to have you on. Sarah's in, and Nancy, Harrington, thank you for being on tonight. I'm seeing so many people. So good to have you on. Now, again, I'm on Facebook, my Facebook pages, LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as Twitter. And so do me the honor of connecting and subscribing and liking those pages. It helps me tremendously. All right, so let's get started. Now, by way of a quick review, yesterday we talked about power principle number 2. Let's take a look at that. In the power principle number 2 was your now, your today, your present is a direct result of yesterday's thinking. Isn't that powerful? If you think that's a powerful principle, I want you to type in the word powerful. Type in the word powerful from wherever you are, right? If you think that's really powerful, type in the word powerful. My now is a direct result of how I thought my mindset in my past, right? My mindset in my past, right? The only difference really between you and somebody else, a person who's successful in an area of their life, and those who have failed to achieve a certain measure of success, goes back to really what's in their mind, their thought life, right? Individuals are not inherently better than others or simply more gifted and more advantageous. Those things I do know play a part, but the bottom line is what's in your mind will live eventually in your life. You get that? What's in your mind will eventually live in your life. So power principle number 2, which we talked about yesterday, was your now is a direct result of yesterday's thinking. Good to have you on tonight. I see so many people coming in. And of course, my daughter, good to see you on, Joy. And so we're going to talk about power principle number 3. Now, power principle number 3, I'm telling you, listen to your friend tonight. I am telling you, power principle number 3 can be the difference between you going to your next level shortly or you going around and around the same situations you're facing. Are you ready? If you're ready for power principle number 3, I want you to type in the word ready. Type in the word ready. If you're ready for power principle number 3, I want you to type in the word ready. I want to make sure you're on the same page where I'm on tonight as well, right? All right, just type it in. Type it in. Let me see what's happening here. I'm looking, I'm checking. I got 3 screens I'm looking at right now. I see Miss Michelle is on and she says she's ready. Brenda's on. Dr. Gibson, good to have you on. My brother Greg is on, right? Right. Donna says she's ready for number 3. Right. So let's get down to it. Power principle number 3. Are you ready? Here we go. Until you invest in yourself, no one else will or even should. Now that's hard. That's hard for us to swallow when you're going through a difficult season in your life or you don't seem to have the money or the resources. But let's look at this at face value and we'll break it down a little bit further. Until you invest in yourself, no one else will, or in my opinion, even should invest in you. Let that sit for a moment. Think about it for a moment. If you don't think that your dream, your vision, your goal, even your person is worthy enough for you to invest in yourself, why should someone else take their time, their talent, their resources, their connection, their gold, their money, and invest it in you? And many times we want other people to do for us what we are actually unwilling to do for ourselves. Right? I know that can be hard to swallow and to think about. But I want you to look at this principle. Why should someone take a chance on me if I'm not willing to put some skin in the game? If I'm not willing to put up some money, if I'm not willing to put in some time, if I'm not willing to put in some energy, if I'm not willing to put my rep on the line, why should someone else come to my aid, support me, help me, coach me, be my friend? You know, I gotta be in it too. Right? I gotta be in it too. And we'll discuss this at a later time. But the fact of the matter is, every one of us, right this very second, on this particular day, on this very moment, every one of us has something in our possession to invest in our future. Every one of us. Every one of us. Every one of us. You might be saying, well, Jeff, I don't have any money. Didn't say you had to have money. Jeff, I don't have any time. Well, the fact is you do have time, but you just got your priorities a little changed, a little mixed up. We can cover that too. Well, I've got a sordid past. I've got a dirty BCI background. I'm going through a divorce. Whatever your deal is, you have something to invest. Even if it's your words, you have something to invest. I want everybody to type in the word, I got something. I got something. Come on, type it in. I got something. Just type it in. I've got something. I've got something. I've got something. I've got something. Come on, everybody type it in. Type it in. Let me see these comments. I've got something. Everybody has something to invest in themselves for their future. You may only be able to squeeze an extra 15 minutes a day to study or to read. Everybody's got that. Don't tell me you don't have that. You've got that, right? You may not have $1,000 or $1,500, but you got $100 to invest in your future. You may not have a whole lot of time or energy or even money, but you know somebody who may be able to help you, and you're willing to barter for their help. Well, I'll give you this if you can give me some of your time, right? Everybody's got something. So I want to slay this demon of mediocrity and this demon that says that you can make it because of X, Y, and Z. That's a lie. Are you hearing me? That's a lie. I know it's a little strong language for this power principle, but that's a lie. That's a bona fide lie. Everybody's got something. Everybody's got something, right? But until you're willing to invest in yourself, no one else will or even should invest in you, right? No one else should or even will invest in you as far as I'm concerned, right? Let's look at some things that you do have to invest. You might have some time to invest. Time, time to invest. You may have some treasure or some money to invest. Again, I'm not talking about stock market investment. I'm talking about sometimes investing in a book. Some cases, investing in a coaching program or investing in some training, right? You got time, treasure. How about your words? What you say matters. Are you hearing me? Right? Sometimes you can invest some things that you have. I bet you right now, if you went and sold some of the clothes you got that you haven't worn, can't fit ever again in life, right? Everybody's got something like that. I can never get into this again kind of thing. And so that you'd find yourself with 15, 20, 30, $50, even more. Everybody has something which they can invest, right? But the bottom line is, until you say, you know what, I'm worthy of someone investing in me, in my dream, you prove that by investing in yourself. So if I were to ask you tonight, how have you invested in yourself toward your dream? If your answer is I haven't, I've been waiting on this to come in, or waiting on my ship to come in, waiting on the lottery to come in, waiting on the government to change, waiting on, right? If you're still waiting, you're not going to make any progress. I'm just telling you flat out. In this series of power principles, we're talking about success and failure. And this third principle is, until you invest in yourself, no one else will or even should. Here's another thought. Value yourself enough to make yourself a priority. May I help you tonight? Now, again, I don't want you to think I'm being sacrilegious or out of order, but just hear me out on this. If you're married, your spouse is not number one. If you have children that are under your care, they are not number one. Your job ain't number one. Your church ain't number one. Are you hearing me? Right? In my book called Research, I deal with this principle, but the bottom line is your devotion to God is number one, but right after that is number two. So let me say it like this. On earth, the most important person you need to be thinking about is yourself, not in a self-centered way, but in a fact is this: unless I take care of me, I cannot be any good to my wife, any good to children, I cannot. Right? So until I invest in myself, until I invest in my health, until I invest in my mind, until I invest in my spiritual life, until I invest in my future, until I begin to reprioritize those things, I cannot be successful going forward. I cannot help people, right? And my goal is to help 1,000 people through my Awe-Inspired Life Institute that I'm starting July 1st. Right? I cannot do that unless I'm healthy and whole, or at least trying to get that way. I cannot do that unless I see myself as valuable and a worthy contributor to somebody else's life. I cannot, and I will not be able to impact your life unless I feel I've invested in myself. And so until you invest in yourself, no one else is going to invest in you. So ask yourself, relative to your dreams, your visions, your goals, your aspirations, am I investing in myself? You need to ask yourself that question. And I think if we get down, it's going to be very painful, but if we really get down to it, in many cases, we haven't invested yourself. Let me tell you one story, and then I'm going to let's go for tonight. A number of years ago, I think close to 10 years ago, actually, 10 years ago, I was teaching a series of messages. And one of the elements of the message dealt with decisions. And I remember meeting a financial planner, Charles McElrath, a brilliant MBA who'll appreciate this. I met a financial planner, and his name was Harry Romaine. And Harry said, I was 25. Harry said, listen, give me some of your money each week or in the month, and I will invest it for you for your retirement. I was too busy trying to make money. I was too busy spending money. No wife, no children, just me. I was just blowing money, right? No, not a lot of bling, but just not focusing my money. And so in this series, fast forward 24 years later, in this series, I detailed and did a report or an analysis of how much money I would have made or had available to me at age 49 had I invested for 25 years, simply like $100 a month, no big money. I had tears in my eyes when the numbers came back. I realized because I did not think myself important enough to prioritize myself in my own budget, I forfeited $1.2 million. Are you hearing me? And so I'm talking to you, and that's just one of many examples of how important it is that you prioritize yourself. That's not being selfish in terms of your spouse and your children. If anything, it makes you more than, how would you say? It makes you more communicative about how much you care about your family by investing in yourself. So I want you to take that principle and think about it. Ask yourself, how am I investing in myself? Would you do that? I would hope you'll do that. All right. And I don't know what just popped up on the screen here, but I assure you it was not me. We'll block that user. And who else? We'll block this user too. Don't know what that's about. All right. All right, folks. So listen, before you go, what I want you to do is this. I want you to make sure you subscribe to the channel that you're watching so you get notifications when I'm live. Second of all, I want you to be sure to subscribe to the mailing list, my mailing list, the all mailing list. And that is, I'll put that back up for you. Here we go. I think that's it. Right. All lowercase, bit.ly/ the all mailing list. Right. Please subscribe to that because I'll be sending out information about the Institute. I'm starting July 1st. That's going to be absolutely massive. It's something I've been working on for over a year, putting things together, dreaming it out, strategizing it out, investing in coaching to help me put it together. But it's going to be a 100% online institute to help you change the way you think so you can achieve your dreams. We're talking over 70 videos. We're talking about outlines. We're talking about discussions. We're talking about coaching. It's going to be profound. But I want to send you information about that through email, but I need your email address in order to do that. All right, makes sense? All right, so please do that. All right, last but not least, if this was helpful to you, I want you to type in "this was good." Type in "this was good." If what I shared with you has been helpful to you, just do me that honor, please. Type in "this is good." Type in "this is good." Type in "this is good." All right, let's see here. Okay, type in "this is good." Right, let's see if I got that. All right, I've been over my time. I got to go. All right. Thank you, Brother Greg. Excellent, Victor. Thank you for putting that in. Thank you for your encouragement, folks. Thank you for your encouragement in that area. And listen, Lord willing, tomorrow we'll be back at it sometime throughout the day. I'm going to be dropping these lives and talking more and more about power principles. I believe, I hope you do too, I believe not only you worthy, not only you valuable, but you have a destiny that is far greater than where you are right now. But you have to be empowered in order to do that. And I want to be part of that empowerment journey on your behalf. All right. Have a good night, everybody. And remember, please make sure you're part of the mailing list. All right. Bye now.